الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وآله والحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية علي بن أبي طالب والحمد لله الذي جعلنا من الباكين على الحسين ومصابه السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته قال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه فمنهم من قضى نحبه ومنهم من ينتظر وما بدلوا تبديلا السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني السلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته اللهم صل على محمد وآله إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. This day, the day of ASHOORA, لا يومك يومك يا أبا عبد الله. This day, if you go to the plains of ASHOORA, plains of Karbala, the desert of Karbala now, many of the companions of Imam Hussain have sacrificed their lives since the Fajr. Many are still waiting, and this is what the ayah was saying, that many have sacrificed their lives and many are waiting. It says, فَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَضَى نَحْبَهُ, they have reached their goal. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ, and many of them are waiting. In the desert of Karbala now, Zohar is happening. But last night, when everybody was around, the night of ASHOORA, everybody was around, everybody was preparing for this day. Imam Hussain collected all his ashab, all his family members, and took away his bay'ah from them. He wanted to make sure that nobody has come in confusion, in misunderstanding, that Imam Hussain will take the government of Kufa and Iraq, and they will benefit from this encounter. He told them tomorrow is the day of sacrifice. We will become shaheed tomorrow. All of you will become shaheed tomorrow. So he says, if you want to leave, go now. In the darkness of this night, leave, go into the desert, and take one of my Ahlul Bayt with you, one of my Ahlul Bayt with you. They are after me. They want to kill me, they want to attack me. Take and leave. What was their answer? They said no. Zuhair ibn Qayn said, if Allah gives me 1,000 lives, I will sacrifice each one of you, Ya Abu Abdullah. Many of them said, what we will do, what we will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet, that you left my grandson in front of these beasts. They were attacking him, and you safeguarded yourself and your family members and you left him. You left my grandson in middle of all these people. So what we will answer to them? No, we are here. We will sacrifice every drop of blood that we have in our bodies. We will sacrifice everything we have. At that point, Imam turns off the lamp, thinking that maybe if you want to live in the darkness, nobody sees who is leaving and who is not leaving. He turns off the lamp. I said, turn off the lamp. If you want to live in the darkness, go. You can leave. But no, these people, all those who wanted to leave, they had already left by now. These people were dedicated. These people were committed companions. And at that point, Imam Hussain said, I have the companions nobody had before. My grandfather did not have these type of companions. My father did not have these type of companions who will sacrifice their lives like the way they are. You are ready for it. He says, فَإِنِّي لَا أَعْلَمُ أَصْحَابًا أَوْفَ وَلَا خَيْرًا مِنْ أَصْحَابِي. I do not know any ashab. There are more wafa, more sincere, more loyal to me than any other ashab anybody else had. At that point also, in the middle of the night, Imam had requested this night, this extra night for prayers, and he had other means, other requirements that he requested this night. And this night, Bibi Zainab comes to Imam Hussain in his khaima, in his tent, and says, "Oh my brother, have you verified their wafa? Have you verified their loyalty? Have you checked them that they will not leave you in the middle of the battle and run away? Like they left the companions that they left Imam Ali alayhi salam, our father. They left him in Siffin, they changed sides in Siffin, they were attacking him. Or they left our brother Hassan. They left him also. Have you checked that these people will not leave you?" At that moment, one of the companions was outside the tent and he heard this voice of Sayyidah Zainab. He goes to other companions and says, "Bintu Zahra does not trust us. She is doubting that we will be running away and leaving Imam Hussain tomorrow. Let us go and show our loyalty to them." Imam Hussain and Sayyidah Zainab, they come outside the tent and call Imam Hussain, "Ya Abu Abdullah, we heard this voice of your sister. We are here, we commit again and again that we will not leave you. Our last drop of blood is with you. We will not leave you, we will not run away." At that point, you see in the tents, each mother, this night of Ashura changed the fitrah, changed the nature of the people. Mothers are preparing their children that they will die tomorrow, they will become shaheed tomorrow, they will sacrifice tomorrow. Each tent you go, somebody is talking to Qasim, somebody is talking to Ali al-Akbar. Everybody is preparing their sacrifice. I say, do not leave Abu Abdullah, do not leave Abu Abdullah, do not leave Abu Abdullah. And Imam Hussain goes and he hears one cry of a mother. Imam Hussain goes, is none other but Rabab. He asks, why are you crying? He says, everybody has a sacrifice. But I don't have any sacrifice. I have two children. One is girl Sukaina, the other one is Ali al-Asghar. I don't have any sacrifice. The girl cannot go fight. Ali al-Asghar, he is in the cradle, he cannot fight. Imam Hussain finally says, no, he will. I tell Rabab that no, your sacrifice is so grand, your sacrifice is so great, it will eclipse the sacrifice of Abbas and Ali al-Akbar. When he will go, he will make the enemies cry with his sacrifice. The enemies will turn their faces and they will cry on Ali al-Asghar. His sacrifice is so great. Everybody is preparing for tomorrow night. You go to these tents, either they are doing in dua, they are busy in dua and Quran Kareem and recitation, or preparing their swords for tomorrow, sharpening their swords for tomorrow. Everything, they did not sleep this night. They did not sleep last night. They were busy for this Then the riwayah says the voice around the tent of Imam Hussain was like murmur of the bees. Everybody was reciting something. Everybody was reciting dua, Quran, prayer. Something was being recited at that night. The night passes. As soon as the dawn starts, Imam asks his son Ali al-Akbar to give adhan. Normally Hajjaj ibn Masruq is the muaddin, but for this day, for the day of Ashura, he asked his son Ali al-Akbar to give adhan, probably to remind them who these people are, because the voice of Ali al-Akbar matched the voice of the Prophet. The tone of the Ali al-Akbar matched the tone of the Prophet. So when they hear this adhan, maybe they will wake up. Maybe somebody like her will think about what he is here for. Maybe this will give them a last reminder before the battle begins. So he asked Ali al-Akbar in the desert, in the echoes of in the desert of Karbala, the adhan of Ali al-Akbar is echoing, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And he goes and says, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, reminding them that this is the voice of Muhammad. Like the voice of Muhammad you are hearing. Pay attention who you are here to fight. Pay attention. Wake up your consciences and pay attention what you are here for. After the adhan al-Akbar, they pray. After the prayer, they see that three people are coming from the still there's some light there, but not total light. So they see some people are coming, and these people come closer and closer to Imam Hussein's tent, and then they realize this is none other but her and his son and his servant. They all have come, but this time Hur has tied his hands as if he's he's coming to him with closed hand. He says, I am sorry, Ya Abu Abdullah. I am the one who brought you in this. I am the one who blocked your path to Kufa. I am the one who moved your tents away from the river Euphrates, Furat. I am the one who moved your tents from the Furat. Because of that you do not have water for 3 days. I am the one who is main problem for you. Can I be forgiven? Imam Hussain, Karim ibn Karim says, yes, Allah has forgiven you. And Hur and his son, and they are here. They changed sides. In the day of Ashura, he was shaking. Before he moved here, he was shaking, and his friend asked him, why are you shaking? What is wrong with you? If somebody asks me who is the most brave person in Kufa, I will name you. Who is the bravest person in Kufa? What is wrong? He says, I am finding myself between heaven and hell. If I go in this direction, I will be in hell forever. If I go to heaven, in this direction, I will be in heaven. I will, for one moment, I will not sacrifice my heaven. If they put my body into pieces, I will not sacrifice my heaven. And then he starts to come to the tent of Imam Hussain and Imam Hussain accepts him. And Hur says, the battle has already begun by now. And Hur says, I want to be the first one. I am the one who caused all this trouble to you. I want to go sacrifice myself. And him and his son go together, and they both sacrifice. At the time of when Hur falls down, he says, Alayka minni salam ya Abu Abdullah. Alayka minni salam ya ibn Rasulillah. And Imam Hussain rushes to Hur, and he goes, and Hur has some life left in it. He's about to die. Imam Hussain says, Anta Hur, you are really free. Anta Hur kama sammatuka ummuka, wa anta Hur fi dunya wal akhirah, wa sa'idu fil akhirah. Anta Hur fi dunya wal akhirah. Imam Hussain says, you are free now. You have broken all the chains that you had from Umar ibn Sa'ad and Ibn Ziyad. All the chains they put around you for money, for wealth, for fear, whatever they promised you, broke all the chains, and now you are free. Now you are dying free, and Prophet will greet you in heaven. Salawat. Muslim ibn Usaja, one of the other companions, he was one of the one Imam Hussein asked when he was going for Rukhsat Akhir, when he was leaving, he says, Aina Muslim ibn Awsaja, Aina Habib ibn Mazahir. After they have sacrificed themselves, Imam remembering them. Muslim was one of those. Muslim goes and fights and kills many people. But he falls down and he invites, Adrikni ya Aba Abdullah, alayka minni salam ya Aba Abdullah. Imam Hussein reaches and Habib is with him, Habib ibn Mazahir, with him. They both go to him. There is little life left in the body of Muslim ibn Awsaja. As they reach near him, Imam Hussein put his head on his lap and Habib is next to him. Habib says, if I knew I will live a little bit longer, I will ask you, what is your wasiyah? Do you have a will that I take care of you? I am your friend from Kufa. I will take care of your will. He says, I do not have any will. I do not have any wasiyah. All I want is usika bihadal gharib. He pointed to Imam Hussain alayhi salam was next to him, that I advise you, do not leave him. Do not leave him alone. Do not run away from him. I only have one desire, one wish. Usika bihadal gharib. He is the gharib. He has come here in our town and he could not reach Kufa. Do not forget him. Do not leave him. This is the status of the companions. Even at the last moment they are dying, they remember Imam Hussain alayhi salam. At this time now, the time of Zohar has come. We prayed Zohar also. Our Zohar was on nice carpet, under the shade, fans running, AC running. We have everything around us. Nobody is attacking us while we are praying. But come with me to the plains of Karbala. Come to the desert of Karbala and see how our Imam is praying. The time of Zohar has come. One of the companions, Abu Thamama, reminds Imam, the Imam, Zohar time has come, let us start the prayer. Imam does dua for him that you remember the prayer even at this moment. Ja'alaka Allahu min al-musalleen. May Allah recognize you among those who pray. This Abu Thamama got this dua from Imam Hussain. And when Imam knew that these people will not let them pray without attacking, he asked a couple of his companions, Zuhair and Sayyid ibn Abdullah, he said, both of you stay in front of us while we pray. And these two stand and says, yes, we will stand. And anything, any arrow, anything come, we will block with our bodies and we will not let it reach you, Ya Aba Abdullah, you pray. And the Imam Hussain prays, and the arrows keep coming. And they see the arrow coming, they go in the direction of arrow and take it on their bodies. Don't let the arrow go to Imam Hussain alayhi salam. They move their bodies wherever the arrow is coming, they move their bodies towards it and take those arrows on their bodies. Zuhair ibn Qayn and Sayyid ibn Abdullah. When Imam says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, at that moment Sayyid realized that his job is done, his work is complete. He was standing not with the power of his body, he was standing with power of his spirit. He was standing with his spiritual power. As soon as he realized his work is done, Imam has completed his prayer, he falls down and he asks Imam, was I loyal to you? Imam said, yes, you were loyal to him, and Sayyid passes away. At that moment, Zuhair is also injured. Zuhair has taken many arrows on his body. He says, now I will go and attack these people and fight with them. And Zuhair goes and he sacrifices himself. Now the time has come that all his companions have sacrificed. You may ask, why Imam is not sending his own children? Why he is sending his companions first, his friends first? Why not his own family members? First, these friends will not let family members go. Say, no, until we are alive, not Ali Akbar, not Abbas, not Qasim, nobody will go. Imam knew that. Also, those who sacrifice first, their thirst is quenched faster. They will go to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Imam Ali alayhi salam saqi Kawthar and then drink from the Kawthar. And this is why they go faster, their trouble is cut short. Those family members, their trouble is extended, they stay longer in this desert. So This time, Ali Akbar doesn't ask permission. Imam will ask him, Taqaddam waladi. Oh, Ali Akbar, now you go. Imam Ali Akbar says, yes, I want to go, I will go. And Imam Ali Akbar tries to get ready. Imam stops him, not like this. Get the permission. Get the permission from your mother. Get the permission from your aunt Zainab. Go get the permission. Ali Akbar goes to the tent of the women and he sees that Sayyidah Zainab is sitting. He sits next to her and asks one question. Is your rank more or Fatima Zahra rank more in front of Allah? He says, she stands up and Ali Akbar, what kind of question is this? I am shocked to ask me this question in this battle, this kind of question. He says, answer me. My aunt Sayyidah Zainab says, of course there is no comparison. Fatima Zahra is much higher. Then he says, sacrifice your son Ali Akbar for the sacrifice of son of Fatima Zahra, Hussain ibn Ali. He says, if you ask me permission any other way, I would not give permission. But now you are asking me permission like this. Go, I sacrifice you for the sake of Hussain ibn Ali. He sees that his mother is sitting on the prayer rug. He says, why are you sitting on the prayer rug? I'm waiting for the news, good news, that my son is sacrificed. Then I want to pray. I want to do sajda of shukr because I am related to Yazid's side, and I don't want to hear that if you do something wrong or you show any weakness, they will say this is because of Layla, because of your mother, because of that you show the weakness. So I'm waiting for the news. Ali Akbar goes, but as soon as he tries to leave, somebody grabs his abba and pulls him, and the historian says, Hamad ibn Muslim says that I was watching, he's the historian from the Yazid side, he says I was watching the tent, the curtain of the tent fell down several times it fell up and down. As soon as Ali Akbar wants to leave, somebody pulls him back. As soon as he wants to leave, some other pulls him back. And then finally, he says he leaves, he comes out and he goes on the horse and he's leaving. He says, as he hears some noise behind him as he is moving, he looks back, his father is following him. His father is walking. As the horse speeds up, his father speeds up. He's walking faster and faster. Hazrat Ali Akbar turns around and comes back to his father. Father, how can I go if you follow me like this? I cannot leave. I cannot leave like this. He says, if you had son like Ali Akbar and then you ask the permission to leave, I will tell you will know how to give the permission to somebody like you. Then Imam says to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am sending somebody who is full khalqan wa khulqan wa mantiqan in creation, in character, in language, in talking. He is like the Prophet. When we were missing the Prophet, when we wanted to see the Prophet, we would look at Ali Akbar. I am sending him, Ya Allah. So Ali Akbar goes into the battle and he fights very bravely. And he gets a chance to come back to the tent of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And he says to his father, how was my fight? He says, yes, you did very well. No, father, I am very thirsty. If you have some water, give me some water and then you will see my fight. He says, yeah, oh my son, you know there is not any water. Maybe suck my tongue, maybe you will get some moisture out of it. And he opens the mouth and Ali Akbar looks and says, no, father, you are more thirsty than I am. No, I am leaving. I will drink the water with the Prophet and my grandfather Ali. And Ali Akbar goes and fights, and somebody attacks him from the back and put a spear in his chest, and he falls down and he says, Alaykum inni salam ya abata, oh my father, salam to you, adrikni, come to me. Imam Hussain, Yaqub of Karbala is going towards the Yusuf of Karbala. This time he does not see anything because of the dust, or he was not able to see. He says, Udhuni ya bunayya, call my son, call upon me so that I can hear your voice and I follow you and I find you. Ya Ali, Ya Ali, Ya Ali. He keeps repeating, oh Ali Akbar, Ali Akbar, Ali Akbar. Or maybe he was calling towards Najaf and say, Ya Ali, oh my father, come and help me. Ali, you are the mushkil kusha for everybody. A father is going to the body of his young son. Ya Ali, I don't know which Ali he was calling. But he goes to Ali Akbar. Ali Akbar is lying on the ground. He tries to pick him up and he says, Ali Akbar, you help me. Put your hand around my neck so I can pick you up. Ali Akbar doesn't want to move his hand and says, why you don't want to move your hand? He says, I am injured, I have something. He says, let me see, I am Sadir. He removes his hand. Imam Hussain sees that there is a spear head stuck in his chest. Imam Hussain sits down and put Ali Akbar down and tries to take the spear head out. As soon as he takes it out, the ruh from Ali Akbar's body also comes out, and Ali Akbar says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. After that, Qasim goes. Qasim wants permission. Many times he asks permission, but Imam does not give him permission. He says, no, you are memory of my brother Hassan, I cannot give you permission. Many times. So finally Qasim remembers that Hassan has given him, his father Imam Hassan has given him a paper and a writing. Then he says, Imam Hassan told him that when you have a very difficult time, open it and this will solve your problem. And Qasim thinks that what more problem, what bigger problem I will have in my life. And he opens and he says, from Imam Hassan, he has a message to Imam Hussain that let my son Qasim go. He gets happy and shows that paper, that writing to Imam Hussain. Imam Hussain says, now you can go. Qasim goes. Qasim also sacrifices himself. He falls down and says, Ya Amma, Assalamu alaikum Ya Amma. Alayka minni salam. Riwayat says that Imam Hussain rushed to Qasim. He did not rush so fast to anybody else. He rushed very fast like a lion goes. Imam Hussain is going towards Qasim. In this process, the horses, the enemy starts trembling and moving around, and they trample over Qasim. The trampling is shared between Qasim and Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The trampling under the feet of the horses is shared only between Qasim and Imam Hussain alayhi salam. But there is one difference. Imam Hussain's body was trampled after his death. Qasim's body was trampling while he was alive. His body was torn to pieces while he was alive. Imam Hussain reaches to him and picks him up into his abaya and brings him back to the place where he was collecting all the shuhada. All this time, Abbas has been watching his friends go, his companions go, his cousins go, the one who he trained how to fight, his nephews, Qasim, Ali Akbar, they are all sacrificing themselves. When he goes to Imam Hussain, give me permission. Every time says, no, you are my commander. You are my commander-in-chief, how can I give you permission? Imam Hussain keeps saying that finally, and nobody has left. Probably Abbas is thinking, where is the command? Where are the people? Where is the army that I am the commander? Nobody is left. And he sees Sukaina. He remembers Sukaina. Sukaina says, oh, maybe I will bring you water. Ammu, can you bring me water? Abbas brings Sukaina to Imam Hussain alayhi salam and Imam realizes why he has brought. Probably Imam is thinking, Sukaina, you brought Abbas, your uncle Abbas, to bring you water. You will regret it a lot after he is dead, when the enemy will beat you, when the enemy will slap you, when they will light you, the tents on fire, you will miss your uncle Abbas. Now you have brought him. Imam Hussain gives him permission to go bring the water, see if he can bring some water for the children. Abbas goes and he does not fight. His main goal is to reach the banks of Furat and get some water. He reaches, he fights and he reaches. Nobody can stop Abbas. Abbas is the one. Then the enemy knew that as long as Abbas is there, they have no chance. For him, they brought the Aman. Shimr brought the Aman for him and his brothers, because they wanted to detach him from Imam Hussain alayhi salam with this process. Of course Abbas refused. Abbas did not even want to talk to Shimr, but Imam Hussain says, he's asking you with the relationship, go and talk to him. So Abbas goes and fights, and he picks up water into the water can, and then the mashq he fills up with water, and then he's moving back towards the tent, and the children see the alam has started moving towards the tent, and Sukaina collects all the children. Come here, my uncle is bringing water. Look, the alam is moving towards the tent. Alam is coming towards the tent. Alamdar is coming towards the tent with water. Wait here, my uncle is bringing water for you. As he is moving, enemy attack him and cut his right hand, then cut his left hand and hit him on the head. He falls down. He says, Sayyidi, alaykum minni salam, ya Abu Abdullah. At that moment, Imam Hussain says, Allah in Kasar, now my back is broken. Abbas is gone, my back is broken. Imam Hussain goes towards Abbas. Abbas is falling down. The blood has covered his face, his eyes are full of blood. And Abbas is about to pass away. He says, I have two wishes, Ya Abu Abdullah. Ya Sayyidi, I have two wishes. One is, you clean my eyes. I wonder why he is asking Imam Hussain to clean his eyes. Because his hands are slaughtered, his hands are cut away, he cannot, otherwise he will never ask Imam Hussain to do anything for him. He was servant to Imam Hussain all his life, he never called him brother, he always called him Sayyidi. Imam Hussain removes the blood, he says, why? He says, first thing I saw when I was born, I saw your face, Ya Abu Abdullah. When I want to die, I want to see the last thing I want to see your face. Imam Hussain cleans the blood and says, what is your second wish? He says, do not take my body to the tent. Do not take my body to the tent. I am ashamed. I am their uncle Abbas. They had so much reliance on me. I am ashamed that I cannot bring water to them. Do not take my body to the tent. That is why you see that Abbas is buried away from Hussain. Abbas is far from Imam Hussain. At the bank of Furat, he is buried there. Imam Hussain brings the tent, brings the alam with him. Children realize that Abbas has come. So far you could hear the voices of thirst, al-atash, al-atash. But after this moment, you never hear the sound of al-atash, al-atash, al-atash. Thirsty, there is no voice. They are not talking about thirst anymore. Their hope is gone, the children's hope is gone. At this moment, everybody has sacrificed. Imam Hussain goes outside and calls, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, Hal min mu'idin yu'isuna. Is there anybody who will help us now? This sound, this voice is echoing for centuries for you and me. This sound is echoing in the voice of Imam al-Hujjah. He is saying, Al min nasirin yansuruna. He is waiting, Al min nasirin yansuruna. But today is the Hussein's day. Imam Hussain is calling, Al min nasirin yansuruna. There is no voice. How could the voice? He says, how could you not respond to me, my companions? I know the death has separated from you and me. Otherwise, there is no way in the world possible that I call and you do not respond to me. And then he hears the noise in the tent and sees what's going on. He comes back to the tent and says, what happened? He says, as soon as you raise your voice, this 6 months old baby throw himself from the cradle as if he's saying, I am left here, I will help you, I am your Nasir. Imam Hussain picks up Ali al-Asghar and says, let me take him. Maybe they will give him some water. He takes him in his abba as if he's bringing Quran Kareem with him. No, this time Ali al-Asghar is with him. Yes, Imam says, if you have any problem with me, if I have committed any problem to you, any sin towards you, this baby has not done anything to you, do not give him water, please give him water. Then he says, maybe you think that I will drink water, I will put him on the ground and give him water. While he's doing that, he's in his hands Umar Saad realized that his army is crying. They cannot see what they have done. What they have done to babies like this, that they are thirsty for 3 days and they do not have any water. And Umar ibn Saad realizes that maybe there will be a revolt, they will turn against me. He tells his Harmala, Iqta kalam al-Hussein, cut the talk of Hussein, stop this, otherwise there will be revolt. Harmala takes an arrow that is used to attack the animals in Arab. They attack him with that arrow, he attacks him with the arrow to Ali al-Asghar. The arrow goes from one side of his neck, comes out from the other side of his neck, and he turns into the hands of his father. And he turns away. Imam Hussein, he dies in the hands of the father, blood is in his hands. Imam Hussein wants to throw the blood away towards the sky. Sky says, do not throw, I cannot accept this oppressed blood. Not one drop of rain will fall if you throw it, and he wants to throw it on the ground. The ground says nothing will grow if this oppressed blood is fall on the ground. Imam Hussein puts the blood on his face and says, this is the way I will go to my death, my grandfather, and show him what the nation has done to his family. He wants to bring Ali al-Asghar to the tent, but now Imam Hussein does not have courage, does not have energy to show the 6-month-old baby to his mother that he took to bring him water, get him water, and what has happened to him. 7 times he goes in back and forth towards the tent saying, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. 7 times he goes back and forth. And he sees Rabab, and Rabab says, I did not know that child babies like you can be slaughtered like this. And he hands him, and they take him behind the tent and bury Ali al-Asghar. He used the sword, Zulfiqar, to bury Ali al-Asghar. Probably Zulfiqar is saying, I was not created to do this kind of work. I was created to kill the enemies, kill the kuffar, kill the munafiqeen. I was not created to dig a hole for a 6-month-old baby. He used Zulfiqar for that and buries Ali al-Asghar. Now Imam Hussein is ready to go to the battlefield. He's ready, he's riding on the horse of Jannah. He's riding on, but Jannah is not moving. He refused to move. Imam Hussein says, Jannah, horse, take me. This is only one way. I do not want to come back with you. Only just take me one way service. I want half service from you. Before you were taking back and forth people, but now I just want you to take me. Jannah does not respond, but he points his head down. He points his head down. Imam Hussein looks down. He sees that Sukaila is holding on to the feet of Zulzana and crying and saying, Zulzana, do not take my father. Do not take my father. Anybody who has gone today, none of them have come back today. Imam Hussein comes back down from the horse, picks up his daughter Sukaila, and in this time she becomes semi-unconscious and then she wakes up and says, go, my father, go ahead, I permit you go. He asked Sukaina, what happened? I said, I saw my grandmother Fatima Zahra. She says to me that let my son go, let him fulfill his promise to sacrifice in the way of Islam, his life, let him go, I let you go. Imam Hussein is moving towards the battlefield, and they attack him from all possible sources. They attack him with arrows, they attack him with swords, they attack him with spears. Those who do not have anything, they attack him with rocks. The Imam is under attack of these people. They are attacking him from all sides. He is fighting. Wherever he goes, they run away. They cannot fight him. But eventually, he probably hears the voice from Surah Al-Fajr. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainna irji'i ila rabbika radiyatan mardiyya fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Oh my soul, satisfied soul, return to your Lord. Your Lord is satisfied with you. You are satisfied with your Lord. Enter his servant and enter his heaven. At that moment, رضا بقضائي وتسليما لأمرك He says, and he puts his forehead, he comes down the horse, he falls down the horse, his body has so many arrows that he is not neither on the zeen or not on the zameen. His body is hanging by the arrows for a while until he falls down to the sajda. And this is the sajda of Imam Hussain salam, last sajda of his life that he is sacrificing. In his sajda, Shimr attack him and get on his chest and slaughter him. At that moment, Sayyidah Zainab has gone to a high point, till Zainabiyatul we call her, and she's watching from there. Imam Hussain sees her and waves to her to go back to the tent. She comes back to the tent. As soon as she comes, she hears a voice from the enemy side. What is going on? There's some noise. She goes to Imam Zain al-Abidin, Imam Sajjad, and wakes him up. He says, check what happened, what is going on? Why is this so noise? What is this noise? Imam Sajjad opens the curtain and he sees, Assalamu alayka ya Abata, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. He sees that they have slaughtered Imam Hussain, they have raised the head of Imam Hussain on the spear. Ala la'natullahi ala al-qawmi al-zalimin. فيا ليتنا كنا معكم فنفوز معكم وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون.
سنت جزاك الله خير.